My name is Nicole. My sobriety date is August 26, 2020, and this is my letter to my addiction. I couldn't wait for that first drink at night and to not care again. I did not care that my heart was absolutely broken and I would never see my brother again. I could deal with that in the morning. I didn't care that the alcohol that I was consuming was tainting the breast milk that I'd have to feed to my daughter. I didn't care that my life was literally never going to look the same after that day. And I didn't care that I didn't care. And that was the first time I really loved alcohol. From then, I let you in my life completely, and drinking every day became my norm. For the longest time, I paid a lot of attention to my drinking, ensuring it would never get out of control. I was a hands-on parent. I attended every extracurricular activity. I was always on time for church. No one at my job knew I was a heavy drinker, and I'd never gotten a DUI. In my mind, I was great at drinking because literally nobody knew. I'd drink if I had a great day. I'd drink if I had an awful day. I'd drink if I was going to the park. I'd drink when I was cooking dinner. But I was still showing up in life, so I didn't think that I had a problem until the hospitalization started. Severe panic attacks is what the hospital called them. There were times where I'd be in and out of the hospital 2 to 3 times a week. I knew it was from my drinking, but I didn't want to admit because I really thought that I could stop at any time. But at this point, drinking wasn't fun anymore. It was just something that I did. I didn't look forward to the end of the day when I could start drinking. In fact, I dreaded it. I didn't want to drink anymore, but my body got angry if I didn't give it alcohol. So I drank. I remember calling so many detox places during COVID wanting to get help, but I was the only one who actually took care of my kids and I couldn't leave them with their dad, so I didn't get help, and I continued to drink. I remember I used to pray for a DUI when I'd get in the car to go to the liquor store. If I could go to jail for a couple of days, I could probably detox, but that DUI never came. And I continued to drink, and I got more miserable as time went on. Then my miracle day happened, and I'll never forget it. I was hospitalized yet again, but this time it was different. This time it was pancreatitis. I remember a doctor walking into my room and asking me how much I drank on a daily basis, and as any good alcoholic would, I lied. I said I only had wine with dinner. He called me on my bullshit immediately because 29-year-olds don't just end up with pancreatitis. But without judgment, I swear this doctor looked into my soul and he said, "Nicole, do you want help getting sober?" And before I could even process that statement, I blurted out, "Yes." And that was it. I called my mom and I said, "I need you to take the kids. I'm getting sober." I was in the hospital for a week and I was treated for my pancreatitis also while going through detox. I remember waking up every day in that hospital saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm like sober. But getting sober in the hospital was the easy part. Staying sober once I got out, I knew that was going to be my challenge. But I've never looked back. I truly think I wanted out of the grips of alcohol so bad that once I experienced sobriety, I knew that letting alcohol back in my life was never going to be a good idea. There are still times when it creeps up and I think, well, one drink might not hurt, but then I remember where one drink got me. Sometimes I struggle watching people casually drink, wishing that I could casually drink. But I know that I casually drink until I ruin my freaking life, so I think I better not. When I want to drink, I look at my kids. When I want to drink, I remember the panic attacks. When I want to drink, I remember how awful pancreatitis was, because it sucks more than childbirth. When I want to drink, I remind myself where one drink got me, and I know that I don't ever want to be there again. So to my addiction, I know you'll always be there, and I'm grateful for that constant reminder. You taught me a lot about myself that I didn't really want to know, but without you, I'd never know how resilient I really am.